everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Let's have a conversation, baby. Let's have a conversation. Come on in. It normally takes people 1 or 2 minutes to come into the room. I'm a part of the algorithm, or maybe I'm not. My numbers are getting there. They're getting there. Everyone's channel means something. Every channel should support each other the best way they can, as long as they're not taken, as long as people give credit, as long as people don't act like they always have the exclusive, they always have the hot tea, they always dot. Well wishes to them. So let's get to this Kenya thing because everybody's talking about it. I was just watching someone talk about it, and they then kept talking about themselves, and it kind of got weird. So I said, okay, let me just go on and do my own video because I came with this one. But yeah, Kenya is not returning. So we're going to get to the disclaimer, and then we're going to talk, because she had also said that she felt that she was being harassed, and that doesn't have anything to do with alleging what she did and what happened. It's just sad that this is now happening and decisions were made. I say that all the time. When you're a grown adult, if there's decisions that are made, there's decisions that are made, and you have to deal with it. And like I told y'all before, with these shows, they have to talk with their producers about what they're going to do. Let me check my sound.
With these shows.
Okay, so press one if you can hear me okay. Let's get through the disclaimer.
So thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please share if you care. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what's on Instagram, what's on Twitter, what's going on in the news around the world. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. And have a great day. Stay positive, stay focused.
Okay, so like it's mentioned that Kenya Moore will not be returning. And it's basically stating, and we'll give the reason. We're going to go ahead and say what this title is saying. It's saying basically Kenya Moore will not be returning due to the revenge stuff. And it's in regards to the incident. So we know that she's basically saying it didn't happen. I'm gonna prove my innocence. Allegedly trying to sue for alleged the leak tape getting out of what she had to say about Brittany. The biggest thing is, I told y'all, these reality shows don't paint these women in a good light, and it's their responsibility to paint them all, their own selves, in a good light. Whatever she did, if there was alleged boards, if there was alleged comments about Brit, if there's alleged disagreements, how is it that Bravo allowed her to do XYZ and now she's getting fired? Is it because the higher ups are getting complaints of? But it starts from the producers. What are you going to allow? What is your storyline going to be? What is accepted from one show to another? And then you got to be careful of what you do, because you don't want any lawsuits. Kenya's a grown woman who should know better if this is true, who should do better if this is going on, and decisions have to be made. We look at these reality people and we say, what the heck? What were you thinking? Why did you do that? And I told y'all, if they do stuff for clickbait and they're not protecting, hi, JK, how are you? I think you're new. I don't know if I've ever seen you in here before. Hello. But I told y'all, in regards to Bravo, they love people that are problematic. Do you have problems with the law? Do you have poor relationships? Are you going through a divorce? Are you kind of high schoolish? Do you like to talk to a person and then kind of shade them in a different room and talk behind their back? Um, and just money problems, popo problems. Bravo loves that. Bravo feeds off of it. I am shocked that Portia's even back. And like I tell people all the time, go back and really look at Portia's last 4 to 5 episodes of Portia Family Matters. You will then be wondering why anybody would allow her on TV. Look at what Portia did in regards to Kenya. Look at what Portia did in regards to Cynthia. Look at what Portia did in regards to Candy and Phaedra. Concerning. Concerning. And we talk about situationships. Some of the things that Candy do is concerning. So she may have had to step down because if viewers complain about what they've seen and if it's triggered them and shocked them, some of the things that Bravo was doing was really overboard, to say the least. And the biggest thing is Kenya said she's innocent. She'll be proven innocent. She's not fired now. If Bravo's going to make a statement, and this is maybe the statement, that she's not returning, Andy's got his own stuff. Andy has his own concerns of what's going on. And if you did not check out Jason Lee, he talked about Andy. And he talked about seeing Andy out and about. He act like he all right. I don't want to say that because I don't want it to be an issue. But Jason be saying he see Andy all the time out and about. I'll keep it as that. I'll keep it as that. But um so Kenya's not returning. Now it was also reported, and I'll probably do that later. I just wanted to do this video. Because I saw a few people talking about it, and I'm sure more people are going to speak about it. But it's just sad that she's going through this. It's sad that no one pulled her coattail. If what's being stated is true, then there should have been some better decisions made. I'll say it that way. She's a businesswoman. She's smart. She's intelligent. She knows what to do and what not to do. Remember, you have to remember something. They had said that she tried to get her spa on the season, and I guess they filmed it, but it didn't air in a certain way. Or if it aired, it was a very small clip. And maybe she just wanted a wow factor to show that spa. But the biggest thing is now and I don't know if it's going to be a full break. Because look at what Portia did in regards to Portia Family Matters. Look, go back and look. The things that happen in regards to producers, but Bravo wants her to return, so they try to get the viewership. It's interesting to me that the things that this being reported about Kenya is a huge HR concern. Huge HR concern, huge insurance concern, not legal advice, but huge concern. The things that Portia has done, huge concern. I'm shocked when people say they like Portia. I tune out and don't come back. You like what? So how would you feel if Portia did XYZ to you? If what's being said and alleged about Kenya, for someone to say they like her, it's like if this is true, she's grown and she knew right from wrong. What would make her as a mom do anything that could jeopardize her brand and her name? I just, and I've been telling y'all, it's like a shut up and dance. She has producers that's supposed to sit down with her about storylines. Now, what happens on other shows? Y'all know me. I watch what I watch, but I watch clips. I'm not going to sit and watch reality in regards to them not paying the women in a decent light. And it's now not even decent. It used to be that, Real Housewives of Atlanta used to be, they were African American, black women, whatever you want to say, rich women that were doing well, successful in marriages, living the life. And then all of a sudden, there was a shift and there was a change. There was a shift and there was a change. And we noticed the change. It's like, what? That's why they stopped. That's why people stopped watching, because it became too much. And what was being said, and the bachelorettes and swings, and It's like, what are we watching? This is not that. And they made it that. So I told y'all, in regards to some of the Bravo women, they like to do stuff for clickbait. And what's going to happen is you're going to like that clickbait, and that clickbait can get you fired. Yeah. And it's like many people, have things to say about Nene. Many people have things to say about, what happened with her. And it's almost like, when you think about it, some of their favorites, are they setting them up to have a situationship and to possibly fire them in the way? Why would you, as a producer, allow something but then you fire her? So is producers telling us they had no clue what she had planned? We got to put it back on the producers. Y'all do on my page. I'm a little different. I like to think of every aspect of how the day happened, how if aborts were made, how the recording got out, what was the idea of her and the producers sitting down, what was supposed to happen that day. Yeah, Nene's quick wit, and she's just a kiki. And see, a lot of people don't have what Nene have. They try, they try, but a lot of the girls didn't have what Nene had. A lot of the girls didn't have what Nene had. And they put Nene through a lot because she told them, don't go in my closet. Don't go in that closet. I feel like some of the women are being set up so that way they don't have to give them these big salaries. The way they portray Portia and the way they taped Portia and what they allowed, and then it's kind of like the show didn't get picked up again. And in that last reunion that Nene had on that couch, how they talked to her, how they treated her, and she just closed the laptop and said, "No more. Y'all not gonna come at me, and all y'all coming at me. I just don't. It don't look good. It don't look good of what the producers are putting out. It don't look good of how they portray the women. It don't look good of what the storylines have been for the last 5 years. You got Candy that's basically putting stuff in people's undergarments. Excuse me, what? Think about going on a regular job and somebody wants to put something in your undergarment. They've gone too far. They've gone too far, and this could cause lawsuits for the individual and possibly Bravo. They've gone from one extreme to another. I'm sorry. The Portia Family Matters, baby, those last 4 or 5 episodes, problematic, concerning. And then, Kenya did get on, with Carlos King. That was a really good interview. She said a lot, and maybe they were salty about what she said. And maybe that was the plot plan to say, okay, you said what on Carlos King? Let's make it seem like this is going to be okay for her to do X, Y, Z, but then we'll fire her. Yeah, Kenya, Candy, Cynthia played a part in Nene leaving. They sure did. And they played a huge part in it because they wanted that spot. Nene's a big kiki. She is. She Nene will sit with the girls, get conversation out of them, and say, look, let's do better. Let's do this. She wanted the best for everybody. That's the difference between Nene. Nene didn't have to set people up, or that's just wasn't, and that's why Nene was likable. That's why whenever Nene goes live, she trends because people miss her personality, what she brings to the camera, the conversation, the quick wit, the little light shade, you know, her personality lights up a room. Now, this is the biggest thing with Nene having the lawsuit against Bravo. I don't know where that stands still, but with Nene having the lawsuit in regards to her not being able to do XYZ, but Kenya or Candy or Cynthia could. That's concerning. With Candy being able to go to the producers and say, let's do this. With Portia at the time being able to say, well, let's do this. And then with Nene wanting that same thing, she started noticing a difference. And it's probably because they didn't want to pay her big salary. They started realizing 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, they basically wasn't paying hardly those people's salaries where it was, comparable of a good living. They were like, those people can have people on TV. They're getting great viewership and we're paying these huge salary. Bravo got rid of a lot of their older castmates, older, seasoned, whatever you want to say, been on Bravo for years. I'm trying to think who's left in regards to still being one of the legends. I guess Cynthia. Cynthia's still on there. Drew's new. They got rid of Marlo. Marlo said that there was a few people that did not want her to return. But we started seeing with other seasons, we start seeing them, you know, let people go. And they would have the women on that 1 week trip, for them to basically spill their tea and they're just doing this and then they can cut up the seasons. They may tape something in the morning, they may tape something in the afternoon, and they may tape something at night. But then they spread it for, several shows. So that's probably how they got the women to say, okay, I'll stay on your network. I won't go to another network as long as I can go on whatever that show is that they have the older women on. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad Kenya's in this position. She said she wasn't fired. Now, I don't know if Andy's going to make a statement. I don't know if Andy's going to say, but there's going to be people that's going to revel in this situation. There's going to be people that are going to be happy about it. There's people that really don't care for Kenya. And Kenya's done some things. Let me tell you. She's said some things, she's done some things, and there's going to be people that's going to revel in her being fired. And what she needed to do is protect her brand. Kenya's a grown woman. It was her responsibility to protect her brand, her name, her and her child's livelihood. But as they say, when you're going through a divorce, it's not easy. When you're going through a divorce, it is not easy. It's not easy. You know, I saw something that talked about her and Mark, who was basically who she's going through a divorce with, her estranged husband. It had said something in regards to Kenya and Mark cannot shade each other, drag each other in front of the child. There was also documents that talked about what she was supposed to receive in regards to child support. Um, I want to say about a week ago, there was something that talked about he was trying to help support her in regards to, her staying on the show. Because then you figure if they're going through court battles and the judge is about to make a decision, she was the biggest breadwinner. Now, if she gets fired, that may change things in regards to her alleged divorce or child support. That could change a lot of things. Ooh, that's what you heard about Portia. Um, when you think about it, Portia couldn't even carry Portia Family Matters with her own friends and family. She couldn't even carry that show. Look how they portrayed her. Look at what she did. Look at what happened in regards to the producers. Look at how she treated Dennis. Look at how she treated Dennis's mom. And if they did that because they want their pockets fat. If they did that, they want their pockets fat. And if this same thing of them allowing Portia to do something, if not this year, next year, and then she gets let go for something too, I'm surprised she gets to come back. How is it that she gets to come back? I'm telling y'all, go watch those last 4 or 5 episodes. I think she made contact with one of the producers. There's certain words I can't say. Other people can say stuff, they can curse, they can do whatever. I'm not a really big person that cusses or. But yeah, think about Portia couldn't carry Portia Family Matters. And you would think that she could, but see, they like giving shows. And see, that's the other tricky thing. When you think about it, they like giving shows to certain people, and it's almost like they know it's not even gonna last. It's almost like a filler, and the viewership isn't there. Because if that's their star, they gave her 5 million. She couldn't get her show should still be running, but because of her attitude and how she reacts and how she treats people, that show got cut. Yeah, she couldn't carry her own. So if she gets over here and acts a certain way, and now she's going through a divorce with Simon. She wanted that man, she got that man, and that man is taking her through it. And she don't want to film in her old home. I tell you that. And my page is a little different because I look at this is not legal advice, but I look at as in regards to Simon don't want to be responsible for Bravo producers coming into his home and them drilling holes and taping up the floor and people in his bathroom and people at the house. That takes a lot because him and Portia are going through a divorce. Simon has the legal right to say, I don't want you in my home. Because if something happens in that home, they're going to sue Simon. They're not going to sue Portia. Not legal advice. It's just advice and common sense. So with Kenya being, she should have been the top ranking, having her stuff together, ready to film, ready to do her. She was supposed to, because she can't be Nene. Let's make that very clear. She was supposed to bring it like Nene brings it, but nobody can bring it like Nene. Nobody can bring, but this is the biggest thing. So when I say the women do stuff for clickbait, they do stuff for attention on media. This comment, that comment. Well, what does that comment really mean? What are you saying? Say it or leave it on the playground. Say who you're talking about, but leave it on the playground. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, and they brought her back. Yeah, they'll bring anybody back but Nene. Nene told a lot. And you figure a lot of us did not see what Nene put in those legal documents. We didn't see what she said. We didn't see what who she talked about. We didn't see the connection she made. We didn't see the receipts that she was bringing. And that's why things are happening the way that they are, because you look at what Simon had to say. For those of you that supported this divorce between me and Portia, you guys will have to deal with her emotions. Let's be very clear. Some people seem like they should not be on TV because it seems like a safety issue. It seems like a moral issue. It seems as if some things it's the 265 versus 365. Wake up. Underground Railroad conversation, baby. Gorgeous though. You can't play with Kenya's looks amazing. She's gorgeous. Portia's look amazing. Drew is looking great. Some of the new women that's coming on. But even with Portia saying something about somebody's husband, we hear that he's da 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 da. I wouldn't want her saying that about my husband. Portia's something else. Portia's something else. And this is the biggest thing. When you show who you are, people truly need to believe some of those women on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and other Bravo shows. When they show you who they are, believe it could be that 10 times worse outside of the cameras. It could be 10 times worse outside those cameras. Bravo love women that have gone through divorce, poor relationships, financial problems, problems with popos. They love it. As high schoolish. Oh, girl, I had a great time. We went on a vacation. We had a good time. We did this. We did that. Then they get into lunch or dinner with a friend. Girl, she said she went on vacation. She probably didn't go nowhere. Girl, she talked about they had a good time. They probably didn't even have a good time. She said 20 people showed up. Girl, it was probably two. What? Why'd you sit there and act like you were all excited about her vacation and what she told you, but then you want to get behind her back and act like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's why it's hard for me to watch shows like that. I want people to be successful. I want people to protect their families. I want people to protect their brands. I want people to be painted in a good light. For me, I see it as Bravo is almost like a shut up and dance for this check. But then it looks like at a later date, they're going to do a little setup to get you fired. Kenya had to sit with her producer. Kenya had to talk with her producer. Kenya had to tell them and give them scenarios so they can build that scenario for her and help her through that scenario. So many people just aren't blaming Kenya. Main responsibility, she's to be an older woman and protect and but you're produced by a company. And how is it that they allow X, Y, and Z? Decisions were made. I say that all the time. Decisions were made, conversations happened, and it is what it is now. It is what it is now. So y'all let me know how y'all feel. She had said she not going nowhere. She had said in her recording that people were lying. Y'all lying. I ain't going nowhere. Let me see if I can pull it up. King said I ain't going nowhere. What y'all talking about? What y'all talk about? Let me see. Let's pull it up. Let's go. I'm not going nowhere. What y'all talking about? So she was thanking Portia because there was allegations that she could not talk to any of the cast members, but people were in the comments. So let's get to this other video. Now she just said, "You will be seeing me. I'm not going nowhere." That's what she said, but it seems like that's not true. What up, though? 313. So these are her words that she's not going nowhere. Now, is it because they told her things are fine? We helped you produce that. We knew what was going on. Are they trying to say they're not bringing her back, allegedly, because of the higher ups? Or are they saying that because of people's responses of what they're not bringing her back? She says she's not going nowhere. But now it's being reported she fired. Now, this was, I have to tell people, this was last week or a week and a half ago when Kenya made this statement. So I just don't want people to confuse what she said. She said, no, I need to be very clear because there's new people coming in the room. This was Kenya a week and a half ago. This is not Kenya today. Even though a lot of y'all are here with me and y'all know what's going on, some people don't. So this was Kenya a week and a half ago.
so amazing as a friend. I love getting to know her through, this platform that I'm on. And when I tell you, Drew is doing her thing. So continue to support Drew.
What did you say about Kenya? Oh, and people are telling me that she got away with a lot. I watch the show. I know what's going on, but there's people that can give you detail after detail after detail. What she was wearing, where she was at, what car she at. Girl, I cannot. I know a lot, but give me some details and where you feel she's evil and how she's getting her karma. Help me understand. You know what? Name two or three of why you think she's evil and why she's getting her karma. Because this is the biggest thing. She's a grown woman. She made decisions. She knows that what she's going to do is going to be filmed and it's going to stay on YouTube or Bravo for a lifetime. So she's done people wronged and now she's getting this. And this is the biggest thing. Let's say this though. Real talk. Now the newbies that's coming in trying to pave their way and make their way, and the older ones are being removed because they're making mistakes they should not even be making. Things that happened with Nene shouldn't have been happening. But Nene told those people don't go in her closet. They knew how to aggravate her. They knew how to poke at Nene. They knew how to make her mad. But Nene was going through a lot. But it's almost like there's a slight setup for still the larger ones will speak out and speak up. It seems like there's some kind of setup to get them removed. Because why would she make a decision to do XYZ and they produce it, but then they now need to pull it and now they need to fire her? What messy. Messy, problematic. It is what it is because they're not painting them in a good light. But these women that sign these contracts, they have to put themselves in a good light. They do. Oh, yeah, I remember the cookie lady. I remember that. In regards to the Kim Fields, I don't know if I remember the Kim Fields situation though. Kim Field was on there for 1, 2 seasons. A lot of them didn't treat her right. They kind of try to make her feel away, even though Kim Fields, well-known name, well-established actor, she doing the doggone thing right now though. Sometimes you'll be removed from a bad situation and then you come higher. Kim Field is now doing stuff on Netflix. What is that? The Upshaws? Yeah, so she doing the doggone thing. Kim Field is doing better than they are. Real talk. But sometimes you'll get removed out of a situation because you need to be. Because sometimes that environment is not for you. So let's go ahead.
Thank you for being a part of building this empire with me. You will be seeing me. I'm not going anywhere, despite all the stuff that's around me.
So
Thank you
did she get a memo?
for being whatever
Did she get a memo and
people
they had told her she should be okay?
they want to write.
Or did, like I said, did the higher ups feel that the community and people are responding? And see, this is the biggest thing. You got to remember, she had this event. People that went to the event signed an NDA. So we really shouldn't even be knowing what's going on. We should not. We shouldn't even know what's going on and what happened at that event. We shouldn't, but we do. She pulled a chair. I didn't know that. I didn't remember that.
Thank you, Vaughn.
That's not good.
What up, though? 313. I love you too. Superwoman, single mom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I
That's not
appreciate
good.
it. Yes, Drew's Adore News, period. Shout out to Drew. You know what? Drew has been amazing. Drew has been so amazing as a friend. I love getting to know her through, this platform that I'm on. And when I tell you, Drew is doing her thing. So continue to support Drew. Continue to support all of my sisters in this game. And I just want people to stop uh, trying to tear down another black woman's business. Like, it's not that serious. I think that I don't bother people unless they bother me. I'm over here trying to feed my family up to. I have a lot of responsibilities, and I just don't need people just
So, if from what you're saying, Carla, if she pulled the chair from under Kim Fields, she was doing stuff, and then it's basically that's not good. For you to pull a chair, you could really injure somebody. It's almost like people want to get away with stuff that they do to other people, but when it comes to them, they want the love and support, but you did X, Y, and Z to this person, that person, that person. And then when you do stuff that is questionable, because many who I don't even know who leaked the audio tape. We can hear her having a conversation. We can hear her voice and we can hear certain things. Whoever leaked that audio to, we should know what that audio says. Somebody leaked it because you got to remember we're in the age of media. So somehow, some way, a person that signed the NDA might want to tell another person, and then that's how a lot of stuff is leaking. I'll tell you this. I a lot of times don't want to be the first to tell y'all what's going on. I'll be third, fourth, fifth, the 100th person. I don't have to do exclusive stuff. I don't have to bring. I don't have to throw shade at other people and say I put it out first. I did it first. It's exclusive. Come to my page. I did it. I said it. I'm the one. I'm the one. Oh, please spare me. I learned from somebody a long time ago. I need to see it on Neighborhood Talk, Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, Jasmine Brand. I need to see it a lot of places, and then I will form a opinion on what I'm seeing, why I'm seeing it, and what made them do that. What, why, and how. And it's because I'm a younger page, but we have well-known people that's putting out stuff and then we are like, what, really? I don't know. But then we also have the concern in regards to Kenya stating that she was being harassed and people were making appointments and people were going up to, doing stuff. So then that's a concern. But the biggest thing is, if Kenya was having an issue, she should have sent a cease and desist. A cease and desist. She should have came on to correct that. She should have came and correct that if there was a problem. Saying it now doesn't do anything. She has a producer, she has a company that she has to sit down and they write a storyline. Zeus writes storylines, but a lot of times they just let those women go. We just need to get a shot. We need to do XYZ. Now, Ray J says he has a way of showing what he needs to show so they get the shot. And he even says, if you don't like the scene we put in, we'll try and cut it up and do something else. Or, he can't remove the person from everything, but grown people are making decisions on these reality shows and they have to accept what they've done, who they've done it to. And if you're not kind, loving, and respectful to people, if you're not good to people, if you want to shade, disregard, put down, be mean or rude, not support, it's sad. Kenya says she stay winning. I stay winning. But if what I'm hearing that she's been mean and rude to people, that's concerning. Because of course, a lot of us used to watch the shows, of course, when it wasn't as problematic as it was. Of course, a lot of us used to see it and sit and wait and when those Nene days, but it's not easy seeing our sisters not painted in a good light. It's not easy. But she stay winning. Now there was some allegations in regards to what she makes per month. Is it because of her hair care being in Sally's? It looked like she was making a lot of money, but it also looked like what her strange husband Mark will have to pay her. Not bad. Some women get more, but she says she stay winning. So this may be where she's pushed out of her comfort zone and she has to do something else, which is going to put her in a better light.
To feed my family up to. I have a lot of responsibilities, and I just don't need people just, you know, going out of their way to disparage my good name. Um, so yes, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. We want you to win. I stay winning. It is in my blood. Everything, success matriculates around me. So I accept that. God has given me that. But I also give back as much as I can, possibly can. So I give back to so many charities, so many girls, just in my daily life. My ministry, what I do to help other young girls that are going through tough and difficult times. I give back. So thank you for being a part of building this empire with me. You will be seeing me. I'm not going anywhere.
So like I said, that was a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. My biggest thing, let's see if Andy says something. Let's see if she does sue this person or that person. And there's different leaks that's out there that's happening to where it's kind of like, look at Love and Marriage Huntsville, how there's so much going on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. And Love and Marriage Huntsville is so concerning. And I told you, I know somebody on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I could have easily said, hey, da da da, but I was like, that right there, I just don't like messiness. That right there, I told people 2 years ago, that's going to be so messy. My page could be bigger than it is. And I'm cool with being comfortable, baby. I love peace. But I know somebody, I'm known. And it's kind of like, that's going to be messy, 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 messy. And I also don't like how the women are treated on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. Let's see. She used to say disrespectful stuff to Nene. Mm, really? She used to say that about Nene? Ooh. So her tongue is something else, huh? I remember when Nene was alleged going to visit Kenya, and Nene gets out of her car and she walk in, she got her nice shoes on, and then she comes up in Kenya's, whether it was a workspace or her living space, and she was like, girl, white refrigerator. What's going on? Oh no, Kenya, we gotta get you out of this. This ain't you. Remember, Nene is such a kiki. There's not a lot of people on there's not a lot of people on reality TV that brings it. And Nene was right in regards to the K's and the J's. You know, they work overtime for with PR stunts, media attention, clicks and views. That ain't Nene. Nene not gonna travel to be with somebody that's trending. The things that the K's and the J's do, Nene don't do that. So she would not be as successful as the K's and the J's. They want to be in everybody's business. They want to copy. Nene is in a league of her own. She's in a league of her own. Very natural. Very. Now, there's basically being reports that Nene, let me go back. She's supposed to be doing something on Lifetime. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. So we will be seeing her in a different project. Okay, this is another thing we wanted to talk about. Okay, Nene has a project in regards to Lifetime, but this is the other thing. I guess Candy talked about this situation. Girl, I know she not talking. I know Candy not talking. Let's play this clip.
I do see stuff and I'm like, why are they doing that?
Well, Candy, there's a lot of things I'm uncomfortable with what you did, sweetheart. I lost a lot of respect for Candy, how she would talk, how she would act, how she would treat people, how it's kind of the similar thing in regards to I want to be first, I want to do this, and it's okay to have goals, but to step on other people and not, I don't know. I'm sorry. When they talked about the dungeon, be general. There was the dungeon issue, and then she monetized off that and did what she did to make a buck. But then bringing that on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and putting these women in such an uncomfortable situation. I wish my job would tell me I got to put something in my undergarment. You out your mind. I would have immediately recorded it and contacted a lawyer right then and there. Oh yeah, that's me. Uh-huh. You want me to do what? And you want me to be put on TV doing what? So I'm sorry. Uh-uh. And here, this is the one thing. People will talk about Candy and Todd and how, oh, they're about to get a divorce. They still together and they've been together. Every 6 months, pages will make up, oh, look how Todd talking to Candy. Oh, he the housewife. It's interesting how Todd and Candy are still hanging in there. And it's interesting what she allowed to happen, the different situations and the different relationships Candy has had herself. But baby, these women are making choices and they're putting themselves in situationships that they should not be putting themselves in. They're they know these cameras are running. They know they have children. So you don't care that you're trying to put something in somebody's undergarment? And I'm supposed to be on a job. I'm supposed to be on a job and allow you to hand that equipment to somebody else that's not even your mate? What? Please stop playing with me.
And realistically, I do see stuff and I'm like, why they doing that? Like, I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya. I know a lot of people's like, she shouldn't have shown that, but it's the housewives. Like, how many times we done did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? Like, why y'all all of a sudden got such an issue with somebody doing something crazy to somebody? Like, if it was in the public, if it was in the internet, and the girl came at her, it's like, okay, well, that was the, you don't get to choose how she comes.
What? Okay, so let me tell y'all. I heard this Candy clip and it was late at night. And I was like, I can't believe that she's saying this. But certain people's characters are different. Certain people have changed over the years, and certain people do PR stunt clickbait. And Bravo has them thinking a way that this is how an African and beautiful woman should carry themselves. It's a shut up and dance. So I don't, I think most women looked at this video clip of hearing what Candy had to say and it's like, are you being serious? Some people will do stuff to distract you away from what they've done. Exactly. Did she forget what was done to Phaedra? I said, she can't be serious doing this interview. Did she think that people weren't going to look at her? Isn't Tiny sitting next to her? People better stop playing. They better stop playing. All alleged. But we've seen what Candy's done on TV, so that's not alleged. But you friends with who? What's being alleged? And you feel that certain people say stuff and I'll play the clip.
Like, why y'all all of a sudden got such an issue with somebody?
All of a sudden?
Doing something crazy to somebody. Like, if it was in the public, if it was in the internet.
Okay, so I gotta say this. Hollywood is being exposed, period. People are being exposed for their bad behavior, poor behavior, things that should not be happening at the workplace, things that should not be televised. Hollywood, Hollyweird. There's a difference. There's Hollywood People want a peaceful life. They want to be respected. They want to be loved. They want to make their families proud, them being on TV. Holly Weird want to push the envelopes. And they want you to be okay with what they got going on. And they want to change this narrative. And they want to try and normalize stuff that shouldn't be normalized. And there's still a lot of great people that have morals and respect for themselves and their family and their children. You see a person change over time being on these reality shows. You see it. You see the change in them. You see how they are different. And then you see that there's people that are confident, joyous, caring, and you see people that's just rude and nasty. I keep playing the clip and stopping the clip because I am shocked. I'm shocked that Candy said this. Baby, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I know a lot of people's like, she shouldn't have shown that, but it's the housewives. Like, how many times we done did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? Like, why y'all all of a sudden got such an issue with somebody doing something crazy to somebody? It's like, if it was in the public, if it was in the internet, and the girl came at her, it's like, okay, well, that was the you don't get to choose how she come back. So I just
So she trying to justify that? Baby, stop. Wait, wait. I'm trying to pause. Did Tiny say everybody's sensitive right now? Did Tiny say everybody's sensitive right now? People are sensitive for having good morals and they don't want you putting out things, allege on them, allege if they had time with their man. What? What? What are we hearing? What are people saying? Where's the moral compass? Baby, you could not get me to sign up on that dotted line. They gave Portia 5 million, even if they tried to offer me 5 million. My character, my morals will not be shaken. They got these women looking a certain way, and then they have to fight to leave that show and find something else. Luckily, she has Kenya Moore hair care. But Tiny just said what? Hilarious and ridiculous. I'm sorry.
how she come back. So I just wasn't feeling all of that. But hey, we'll see when it come on TV. Yeah, everybody's so sensitive now. Everything. Yeah. And I just knew with bringing Kenya back, it was gonna keep like the little drama going. Yeah. And she's needed. Like I totally agree. She kept it going all right. Yeah, she never did.
Now remember Nene said Kenya will be the driving force that will probably end the show. And then it's funny how women will co-sign you sitting right there and no one wanted to correct Candy. No one wanted to correct Tiny. People aren't fooled. Go back and look at what was alleged. And I say alleged very strongly. Go back and look at the allegations about Tiny and her family. Just say the family. And that's alleged because I don't think people have receipts or a lot of proof that where it went forth in court. And like I said, a lot of situations, a judge or jury will have to decide. We can have a conversation, we can have our opinion, but no allegation should be that about Tiny and Tip. No allegation, sorry. In regards to Candy, you can't paint certain allegations and put it on. That wasn't me. I wasn't there. I was at a concert. I was out of town. You know what I'm saying? So when you question certain people, it's like, is everybody wrong? Is everybody lying? Why does this keep coming up of you being the person that you are? You being this person. Why does this keep coming up? Tiny. It shocked me. My boo and babe was like, you're not making no video right now. Listen to that and lay down. There really a lot of people that be trying to protect their image, but people aren't protecting their image. Let's go back. Oh, you get to choose how you come back.
Everybody's so sensitive now.
Everybody's so sensitive.
And I just knew with bringing Kenya back, it was gonna keep like the little drama going. Yeah. And she's needed. Like I totally agree. She kept it going all right. Yeah, she definitely did. That really lit it up. But and I would say this, being a person that has been there, it be a lot of people on the show who be trying to protect their image, so they'll say stuff.
So there be a lot of people that be trying to protect their image. It don't seem like it though. It seems like these women are doing a lot and their image isn't protected and they're making decisions and they take those checks, they deposit it in their bank account, and then in some points they want to play victim and saying, don't look at that. You didn't hear that. You didn't see that, but I got my check though. That's not me, but I got my check though. When you look at the women, this should be empowering. It should be something that younger girls would want to do and want to achieve. Parents don't want their kids embarrassing them. Kids don't want parents embarrassing them.
And I would say this, being a person that has been there, it be a lot of people on the show who be trying to protect their image, so they'll say stuff off now. And realistically, I do see stuff, and I'm like, why they doing that? Like, I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya. I know a lot of people's like, she should.
So there's that, y'all. There's that. I don't agree with what Candy's saying, and you can't help how people respond. It's almost like, okay, the get back. Be careful with your get back because you could allegedly be fired and not be returning on a show that pays you well, but you have to do a lot of stuff to be paid well. So if you know how they say that if they like it, I love it. I don't like it, and I don't love it. I don't like it, and I don't love it. But it's them. They grown women. They can make decisions. They can make choices, and some people do certain things to feed their family, but at what cost? And remember how I said in regards to the K's and the J's, mothers teach your daughters different. There's a lot that's going on in regards to Hollywood, and a lot of stuff is questionable. And there's so much stuff that they're trying to normalize to have people be okay with. There's so many things that people are trying to normalize that was so unacceptable 10 years ago, so unacceptable 5 years ago. It's sad that certain things are trying to be normalized when we know that we would not want our daughters or our nieces in those situations. Baby, well wishes to Kenya Moore. But like I'm saying here, it's basically saying Kenya Moore will not be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta after the alleged revenge P. Everybody, for the replay game, oh, like the video, you guys. I only have 2 likes. I probably had many people in the room, and I didn't do like the video earlier. I should have told y'all like the video more. But yeah, well, yeah. If she listened to the video, sister girl, be kind, be respectful, be loving, you know, show love, show support. If she's done things that were so questionable and it caused an issue, and now her image, her brand, especially she has Kenya Moore hair. She has to be careful of what she does because could you imagine if she was removed out of stores with her hair care line and then she would have to maybe go online and sell it at or try and sell it on Amazon? Could you imagine if she did this on her own? So that's a great accomplishment. But could you imagine if some of those stores wanted to end their contract with her? It happens. It happens. It really does. And if they make that choice, people have to think about what they do before they do it. And I don't want that for her. I want the best for Kenya. I wish her well, sending love, sending prayers. She said she didn't do it. She said the allegations are not true. She's saying people leak stuff, people are harassing her. She said. So I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate all the comments, the love and support. Everyone was so kind in the comment. Thanks, Carla. I appreciate you, being in the comments with me. I be having some great people in the comments. I really do. And sometimes the only time I don't have really good people, if we're talking about a subject where guys feel that people should not be addressing certain situations. But other than that, I really, and I appreciate it because, let's talk about the media. You know, it's in regards to grown adult conversation, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really have a tagline of what I call my people, but it's grown conversation. Decisions were made and people, and she has to deal with whatever that is. But think about it. If you care about your image, you care about your character, you're not going to do something that even is close to what's being talked about you. It's not about you. When you think about it, as bright as she is, the businesses that she has, there's no way she should even put herself in a close to this possible way of decision of what's being said about her. This should not even be happening. Great live. Thank you. I appreciate you, Carla. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah. So I appreciate everyone. I'm about to take care of some things. I'm sure I'm about to receive a phone call probably in the next 5 minutes. So I have to get off. But I appreciate everyone for being here. Well wishes of Kenya. Prayer, sister girl. It is what it is. Choices were made, decisions were made. And will she make a statement? Will Andy make a statement? Andy got his own stuff going on of what people say about him. So how can he lead these women when he got his own allegations? But when they said that he was cleared, it's like, what company, what private company did that? Did they get a check? Did they get a bag? Did they get some money put in their bank account? Because people were like, how? And this is the biggest thing we're learning. If there's allegations about Andy, people need to show receipts and have recordings or conversations or have their lawyer in a room and the lawyer's writing notes, because this is my biggest thing. How is it that Andy keeps getting away with what's being said about him, but nothing happens? Nothing happens in regards to the allegations about Andy. Everybody wrong? Everybody got it wrong? So thanks for tuning in. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and respectful. Everyone, have a beautiful evening. Goodbye.